mind. And maybe that's what I'm really asking for when I show you this photo. Not just for you to reciprocate my feelings, though obviously I desperately hope you do, but for you to believe with me that this could be real. That we could take this vision and make it manifest in the physical world. That this doesn't have to stay trapped in my imagination, but could become part of our actual shared history. I'm risking everything because this photo has become too heavy to carry alone. It's too detailed, too precious, too full of hope and longing and possibility for me to keep it to myself any longer. And maybe that's selfish. Maybe I should have been stronger, should have kept this inside, should have protected you from having to deal with the weight of my feelings. But I'm not that strong. I'm just a person who fell in love with you and can't keep pretending otherwise. In this photo I'm revealing, I can see the vulnerability in both of us. This isn't a power play where one person has all the control and the other is completely at their mercy. We're both exposed here, both taking a risk, both choosing to be seen fully by someone else. And that equality matters to me. I don't want you to feel pressured or obligated or like you owe me something because I'm sharing this. I want you to feel free to respond honestly, to tell me the truth about what you feel or don't feel, to make your own choice about whether this photo becomes our reality or remains my private fantasy. But I also want you to know what you'd be choosing if you chose me, if you decided to step into this photo with me and make it real. You'd be choosing someone who sees you, really sees you, not just the surface level stuff, but the complicated, beautiful mess underneath. You'd be choosing someone who's committed to showing up day after day, even when it's hard, even when we're both tired and cranky and not at our best. You'd be choosing someone who believes in us, in our potential, in the possibility that two imperfect people can create something extraordinary together. This photo represents every risk I'm taking by being honest with you, but it also represents every reward that could come if you feel the same way. The risk is heartbreak, awkwardness, the potential loss of the friendship we have now. But the reward is everything I've ever wanted. It's partnership and intimacy and belonging. It's having someone who chooses me every day and knows that I'm choosing them right back. It's building a life with someone who makes me laugh and challenges me to grow and holds me when I fall apart. I'm showing you this photo now because I can't wait anymore. I've been trying to wait for the perfect moment, the right time, the ideal circumstances, but I'm starting to realize that those things don't exist. There's never going to be a perfect moment to tell someone you love them, to reveal that you've been carrying around this vision of a future together, to risk everything on the possibility of something more. You just have to decide that right now, whatever the circumstances, is the moment when you stop hiding and start being honest. So here it is, the photo I've been protecting and perfecting and too afraid to share until now. Here's me, completely vulnerable, completely exposed, showing you exactly what's in my heart. This image of us together, happy and whole and choosing each other. This is what I see when I think about what my life could be. This is the future I'm reaching for, the possibility I'm brave enough to name out loud. And I'm asking you to look at it, really look at it, and tell me if you can see yourself in this photo too, if this vision resonates with something inside you, if maybe you've had your own version of this image living in your heart, but were too scared to admit it. Because I need to know if I'm alone in this, or if you've been feeling the same pull, the same magnetic force drawing us together, the same sense that what we have now is good but what we could have, if we were brave enough, could be extraordinary. When I look at this photo I'm revealing to you, I notice something else I haven't mentioned yet, something in your expression that gives me hope, even though this is just my imagination creating what I desperately want to see. There's recognition in your eyes, like you've been waiting for this moment too, like you've had your own secret photo tucked away somewhere, and you're relieved that I'm finally brave enough to show mine first. Maybe I'm projecting, maybe I'm seeing what I want to see, but in this image I've created, you're not shocked or uncomfortable or trying to figure out how to let me down easy. You're smiling, and that smile tells me everything I need to know. But that's just in my mind, Just in this perfect version of events that I've replayed so many times, it feels like a memory even though it hasn't happened. Reality might be completely different. Reality might be you looking at me with pity or confusion, or that particular kind of kindness people use when they're about to break your heart, as gently as possible. And I have to be prepared for that possibility, have to steel myself for the chance that this photo will never be more than a beautiful dream I carried alone. Yet I'm showing it to you anyway, because there's a small chance, however slim, that reality could match my vision. There's a possibility that when I describe this image to you, when I tell you about the way we're standing together and looking at each other and existing in this perfect moment of connection, you'll say, yes, I see it too. I've been seeing it too. I've been too scared to say anything, but I want this just as much as you do. And that possibility, no matter how unlikely it might seem, is worth every risk I'm taking right now. I want you to understand that this photo isn't just about romance or physical attraction, though those elements are certainly there. It's about partnership in the deepest sense. In this image I'm revealing, I can see that we've become each other's safe place, each other's home base, each other's person in a world that can be harsh and lonely and overwhelming. I can see that we've figured out how to support each other's growth while also building something together. I can see that we've learned to navigate conflicts and disagreements without letting them destroy what we're building. I can see maturity and commitment and real, sustainable love rather than just the initial excitement that fades when things get difficult. And I need you to know that I've thought about this seriously, not just in some romanticized fantasy way, but in practical terms. I've thought about what it would actually mean to be with you, the logistics and the challenges and the adjustments we'd both need to make. I've thought about how we'd handle disagreements, how we'd balance our individual needs with our needs as a couple, how we'd maintain our own identities while also creating this shared identity of us. And the more I think about it, the more convinced I become that we could make this work, that we could be good together in real, lasting ways. In this photo I'm risking everything to share. There's a quality of light that I keep coming back to. It's golden hour light, that magical time of day when everything looks softer and more beautiful than it actually is. But I don't think that's why I imagined it this way. I think the light in this photo represents hope, possibility, the feeling that we're at the beginning of something rather than the end, that there's so much ahead of us if we're brave enough to walk toward it together. That light makes everything in the photo look warm and inviting and safe, and that's exactly how I imagine being with you would feel. I'm sharing this photo with you now, at this moment, because I've realized something important. I've realized that the fear of losing you by telling the truth can't be worse than the slow death of never telling you at all. I've realized that I'd rather have one honest moment with you than a lifetime of carefully edited interactions where I'm constantly hiding the most important part of myself. I've realized that you deserve to know the truth about how I feel, and I deserve the peace that comes from being honest, regardless of how you respond. And here's something else I see in this photo, something that makes it both more precious and more terrifying to reveal. I see time invested. I see years of us together, visible in the comfortable way we inhabit the same space, the ease of our physical proximity, the shorthand we've developed for communicating. This isn't a photo of two people just beginning to figure each other out. This is a photo of two people who've done the work, who've pushed through the awkward early stages and arrived at something real and solid and dependable. And I want that so much it makes my chest ache. But to get to that place depicted in this photo, we first have to get through this moment, this terrifying moment where I'm showing you my heart and waiting to see what you do with it. We have to navigate the vulnerability, the uncertainty, the risk of it all. We have to be brave enough to step off this safe ledge of friendship into the unknown territory of something more. And I can't do that alone. I need you to step with me, to trust that even though we can't see exactly where we'll land, it's worth the leap. I'm revealing this photo to you because I trust you. I trust you to handle this information carefully, to not use it against me, to respect what it took for me to share it even if you don't feel the same way. I trust that you're kind enough to be gentle with my heart, even if you can't give me what I want. I trust that our friendship, whatever happens next, meant something real to you too, that I'm not alone in feeling like we've built something significant together, even if we define that something differently. In this image I'm showing you, there's a detail about my body language that reveals everything. I'm leaning in, not pulling away. I'm open, not closed off. My whole posture says, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing you, I'm willing to be vulnerable here. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now in real life, not just in this imagined photo. I'm choosing to be vulnerable with you, to let you see me completely, to trust you with the truth of my feelings even though it's terrifying. And I need to tell you about the background of this photo, the context that surrounds this moment between us. In my mind, we've arrived at this point after months, or maybe years of building trust, of getting to know each other, of slowly becoming essential to each other's lives. This photo isn't depicting some impulsive decision or sudden realization. It's the culmination of everything we've shared, every conversation, every moment of connection, every time we chose to open up a little more, trust a little deeper, let each other in a little further. This photo is earned, not accidental, but the question that haunts me, the question I can't answer until I show you this photo and see your reaction, is whether you've been on the same journey I have. Have you been slowly falling for me the way I've been falling for you? Have you been collecting your own moments, building your own mental photo album of us together? Or have I been traveling this path alone, seeing connections and significance in things that were just ordinary friendship to you? I'm risking my sense of reality by revealing this photo, because what if I've completely misread everything? What if all the moments I thought were special were just normal interactions blown out of